Welcome to All About Albemarle, the segment where we talk about the things that matter to the people who live, work, and play in the city of Albemarle. I'm David Fath, the Communications Director for the city, and joining me today is Captain Doug Hicks of the Albemarle Police Department. Welcome.
Good morning, Dave. Welcome.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring you on here because we are getting ready to celebrate Police Week. And you have a very special journey planned from Albemarle to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. But before we talk about that journey, what do people need to know about Police Week?
Police Week is a week that is honored and remembering the peer support of law enforcement and survivors of citizens together to pay homage to those who gave their lives in the line of duty.
Mm-hmm. And the trip that you're going to be taking is going to be to Washington, D.C. to the National Police Fallen Officers Memorial. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, so tell folks a little bit about how you're getting there. It's a unique way.
Yes. 2007, CMPD began this trip and this journey by recognizing two of their fallen officers and the ones previous to that. And four individuals made a journey to Washington, D.C. on bicycles. They rode the complete journey. And ever since then, year after year, that has followed suit. And this year I will be attending that ride, and we will leave out in Charlotte, come through Albemarle, and find our way to Washington, D.C.'s capital.
Yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I'm sure this ride this year carries some special meaning, especially in light of what happened in Charlotte recently.
Sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's part of the trip. It's something it happens every year across the nation, and we'll definitely be heavy hearts this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's tell folks a little bit about how they can show support for the ride. So the past few years, we've had people in downtown Albemarle as you guys have made your way through. What do people know if they want to come out and kind of cheer you guys on, maybe bring a homemade sign with them? The ride will be happening today, Thursday. So what are the times and places people should know about?
Yeah, so we'll be coming through Albemarle, down East Main and West Main, that morning, midday around lunchtime. And if people could come out and support, just show your respect and support for law enforcement. And there'll be many riders from many different agencies taking this journey, and they love to see the community people and the motivation. It helps along the way and to make the journey 500 miles.
Mm-hmm. So the time would be, I guess, around about 1 o'clock would be the best time for people to be there?
Yes, sir. 12:30 to 1 o'clock out on the streets. I think the fire department is going to have the truck there at the square. And we'll just go all the way through town on Main Street and ride out.
Yeah, that is such a cool, powerful visual every year when you've got the fire truck at the square and the big American flag is draped and you guys are riding through there. It's just a really kind of powerful moment to see there. So very, very unique. Something also want to mention about Police Week is, you can come by anytime, but especially during Police Week, there is a Fallen Officers Memorial in downtown Albemarle that's actually for all of Stanley County. And that's located at Courthouse Square Park. What can you say about that?
Yeah, that's it's just a place where we can go, and anybody who's celebrate the week, or just has a support for the law enforcement, and recognizing and pay tribute to the ones who've lost their lives and in Stanley County and just across the nation as well.
Yeah, so you guys will be going pretty close to right past that as you make your way through downtown today and later this afternoon. I want to talk about you specifically. Number one, how did you get into law enforcement? And then number two, what made you want to do the bicycle journey? How did you connect with that?
So, since I was a kid, I wanted to be in law enforcement. My dad was in law enforcement, my grandfather. So, kind of a family experience, trend. I remember as a little boy, polishing my dad's shoes before he went to work. So, I guess it started from childhood, and then just later on got into it. I was 26 years old after I came home from the military and got into it. And as far as the bike ride, I learned about it late. I started, the first ride I attended was 2019. This will be my third ride. It's just a great time. I grew up riding bicycles. I love riding bicycles, and it's just a good exercise. And to be with colleagues and make this journey. It's just special.
Let's talk about the destination. When you get to the memorial, what is that experience like to be with fellow law enforcement?
Yeah, so that was a great experience. My first year in 2019, had never been to Washington D.C. during Police Week, and I encourage anyone, if you ever take a trip there, if you really support law enforcement and want to see something different and unique, that's a great week to go. Law enforcement agencies from across the nation, they come every year. They pay tribute to all the officers who lost their lives in the line of duty the year prior. This year, 2024, we'll be recognizing all the officers from 2023. So basically, a representative from the agency comes and they are presented on stage. They announce the name of the fallen officer from their agency. They escort the family members to a sitting area. There's a candlelight visual, and each day throughout the whole entire week, there's just different events that go on. They have the National Museum there for law enforcement, dating back from the history, the beginning of time, and it's just really a neat event and experience to see.
Well, we'll certainly be cheering you on as you make your journey there. And just as a reminder again to everybody, 12:30 to approximately 1 o'clock at Courthouse Square Park, the square in downtown Albemarle. Make sure you line the streets there and cheer on the riders passing through. It's usually a pretty good sized group.
Sure.
There's a lot to see as they come through. So Captain Hicks, on behalf of everybody in our community, we thank you and all the members of APD for your service and dedication to protecting the community. And we will certainly be with you on that ride in spirit as you make your way to Washington, D.C. So thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you.
And that's all the time we have this week for All About Albemarle. Don't forget to follow the City of Albemarle on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. For Captain Doug Hicks, I'm David Fath. Thanks for listening.